afternoon everybody, and welcome to Crafty Clegg's Creations. My name is Jeanette. I live in the northwest of England with my husband Tim and our little dog Zach. Today is Thursday the 25th of March 2021, and currently in the UK we are still in lockdown. To all you returning subscribers, thank you very much for coming back and continuing following my journey. And again, I have had quite a few new subscribers, so thank you very, very much for subscribing to my channel. And I hope you enjoy what you see and you decide to stick around. You can find me on most social media platforms. I'll start again. You can find me on most social media platforms. I'm most active on Instagram. I do occasionally post on my Facebook page, and I also have a little Etsy shop, which I will leave all the links to in the description box below. Now, as promised, I'm going to try and upload a video once a week. Now, please don't keep me to this. If it doesn't happen, I don't want you to all be disappointed. But I am going to try and upload once a week just to show you what I've been up to try and keep the videos shorter, if that's at all possible with me, and not to ramble. And basically, just so, you know, you can see my week-to-week journey of what I do, where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm crafting, that kind of thing. So, yeah. So this is the first weekly podcast, if you like. And it's going to be very much similar to all my other podcasts, a little bit about what we've done, what I'm up to, if I've got anything finished off, if I'm doing a little shop update, that kind of thing. You sort of all know, well, most of you sort of all know now, don't you, what my, you know, layout, if you like, is all about. Just bear with me, I will. Okay, so what has Tim and I been up to this week? Well, the weather this week in the northwest has been quite nice. It's still a little bit chilly, but it's been quite nice. So on Monday, Tim and I decided to have a drive out in the car. We went to well, it's not local actually. It's about a 15-minute drive away from us. But it's a really nice little village that has a little canal running through it. There's some really nice shops there when we're not in lockdown, and you can shop, and there's some nice places to eat out and some craft. They're like crafty shops that you can visit, but obviously those were shut. But we just wanted to get out. We was just fed up of the four walls. The weather was nice, so we had a nice walk up along the canal. It was really bizarre because I said to Tim, we was actually sat on a park bench, and we'd stopped at this little bakeries, and we both bought a sandwich, and we were sat on the park bench watching the world go by, eating this sandwich. And I actually said to Tim, this actually feels so normal. I was that giddy because I was out and doing something so different that it actually felt like I was on holiday. I know, doesn't that sound ridiculous? But it really was what we needed. So we had a nice walk around there. We've had a couple of walks through the week, and really, other than the norm, you know, a little bit of crafting, housework, that kind of thing, we haven't really been up to very much else, I'm afraid. So there's nothing really other than that I can tell you. I did take some nice footage, so I will put that in the end of, it was a place called Upper Mill in Saddleworth, and like I said, I did take some nice little bits of footage, so I will put that at the end so you can have a look at what we did. So I'm going to get straight on and I will show you. I've got a couple of finished items. I've got a couple of things in the making, and I've had, well, let me tell you, I've had the best incoming gift. Oh, and again, there's such a lot of it to show you that I would never, I'd be here all day if I showed you each and individual piece that I've received. So and again, I will put that in towards the end. It's for my doll's house. So I'll put it right at the end, so if you're not interested, you can just either fast forward or, you know, I'll just finish kind of thing. So yes, so we'll get right on. So I'm going to start with my finished objects. Right, so first of all, I want to show you. I had so much fun making this, and I am, right at this moment in time, I am quite obsessed with making toys, hand sewing and crocheting. I haven't done any knitting whatsoever. Actually, that's not completely true. I've done about 5 or 6 rounds on my Whitmore sweater. I had a Zoom meeting, and whilst I was on the Zoom meeting I did some crocheting, and I think I did about 5 or 6 rounds, but at least it's getting done. It will get finished. But right now I'm just so content and happy to be making toys and crocheting, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do what I fancy. Anyway, I have shown you this I think last time. This, I made an animal out of this felt animal book. A very lovely friend of mine gave me this for Christmas, and I'll show you what I've made. If you follow me on Instagram you might have already seen this actually. I made Mrs. Mouse. Oh, she's absolutely beautiful. Sorry about that, I keep getting interrupted. Where was we? Right, so yeah, so I made the little mouse. So let me show you. Oh, she's so adorable. She's not actually quite finished yet. She needs 2 press studs, poppers on the back of her dress. But as far as I'm concerned, she's almost finished. So here she is. Is she not adorable? I called her Henrietta. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. She was really easy to make. Like I say, you need to put 2 press studs at the back there, one at the top and then one further down there on the coat with the dress, which I will do. Yeah, she was so easy to make and so much fun. Isn't she lovely? I'll take the dress off. So that's her dress. I thought I'd do that dress because it's coming up to summer and I'm crocheting a blanket for picnic on the beach, and I don't know, I just thought it all tied in nice, summer and sailing and picnics. Anyway, so there she is with a dress. She's got 2 little sails on and a boat, and that there is actually a little pocket. Isn't that cute? Anyway, I'll take her dress off so you can see with or without a dress. And there she is with, I actually quite like her with no clothes on. And Tim, again, mentioned, when do you actually see a mouse with any clothes on, darling? He said that's how it's supposed to be. Men are so, well, saying nothing. I'm whispering in case he can hear me. Anyway, so this is Henrietta. Really fun to make, really easy. I would highly, highly recommend this book. Highly recommend it. So many nice things in, and this is the first of many. So that was my Henrietta. I used a felt blend. I think it's 70% viscose, 30% wool. I got it from my local craft shop in Shaw, far from where I live, Angela at the Bobbin Patch. I will leave a link to her shop down below. So yes, that's where I got my felt from, and that's the dress, and that's Henrietta. Isn't she gorgeous? So I'd got this thing about making mice. So I don't know what night it was. I don't know if it was Friday night or Saturday night, and I couldn't settle. I just couldn't settle. I couldn't settle to knitting, I couldn't settle to crocheting, I couldn't settle to anything, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to go and have a little look through my iPad and see if there's anything that I can make that's small. And I came across this free pattern. Now if you bear with me, it's on my iPad, and I've brought my iPad up to show you, and I will leave a link to this if I can in the description box below. So I decided that I was going to make this little mouse. Can you see a theme here? So this little mouse is called, now I'm terrible at the moment. As you all know, my mind has gone a bit, This lockdown is definitely making my mind. I don't remember things like I used to at the best of times, but I've just remembered. Anyway, I'm thinking of the name. I couldn't remember what I'd named him. So here is my little mouse that I made. And this is Elmo. Is that not gorgeous again? It did ask for, I think it was 4 stitches, might have been 3 stitches or 4 stitches, and then joining the round. Well, it's so difficult to do so few stitches and make a tube, so I just did a long chain and then I slip stitch back to make, and then I just tried to curl it like this, which I did, and it's fine. So this is Elmo. I put some just thread cotton, button cotton for his whiskers. He's got a little bell on with a little bit of suede cord, and his 2 little feet there, 2 arms, and he's absolutely gorgeous. I love him. So that is Elmo. The ears, oh, they're so cute. The ears are a little bit skew-whiff. One's up there, one's down there, but again, there you go. You can sort of manipulate them, can't you, to make them look right. And when they're on my shelf, they're all going on the shelves over here, so nobody will see them and not notice whether he's got one ear that's bigger than the other, will they? So yeah, that's my second finished object, and I love him. So yeah, I'm a bit with toys at the moment. So that's I haven't got anything else finished off. Let me just tell you what I made Elmo in. The usual Shapey's Katona cotton. I used a 2.5mm crochet hook, and I used a Clover Amour. I love those crochet hooks. So those are all my finished objects. Now in the making, I've got a couple of things that's works in progress. Let me move them over there. The first thing, if you remember, marmalade. I've made marmalade. In fact, I'll get marmalade. If you wait there, I'll get her. So I made marmalade late last year, and as you can see, she's still as bare as the day she was born, with not a stitch of clothing on. Well, I decided I was going to make her some clothing. So I'm making her this coat, which is cute as anything, and then there is a couple of little dresses in here. Not very organised, am I? Should have been able to show you all this before. There. I am going to make, well, I'm not really sure, to be fair. I don't know whether to make the little dress or the little pants, the little dungarees. Actually, no, I'm going to make the dress. But first of all, I've got to make the coat. I've not made the coat yet, but I have cut all the bits and pieces out for it. I usually keep everything in these. I got these from a cheap shop, dead inexpensive, but brilliant for keeping all your bits and pieces in. If you're like me and you've got 5, 10, sometimes 15 things on the go, it's nice to keep them all together so you don't get them mixed up. Anyway, I don't know if I'll be able to show you this without it all falling off. Like I say, I haven't sewn any of it yet, but I've cut it all out ready. So here is the coat. So that's the exterior felt, and those are the flowers. And then I've got to yet choose a fabric for inside, but because it's lined with a cotton quilting fabric. But whatever I choose for the lining of the coat, I'm going to make the same with the dress. So hopefully that will be finished soon. So yeah, I've not started it yet, but at least I've cut it out and got that ready, and hopefully that will be done for next week and I can show you that. The next thing that I've got that's a work in progress, again, let me get my iPad. It is again a free pattern. Not that I have anything, it sounds like all I do is crochet free patterns, and I don't. I've got a lot of patterns that I pay for. It's just that this lady releases free patterns every week, and they're absolutely beautiful. And she's called Alicia. It's called Alicia Crochets, and that is her website. And again, I will, if I can, leave a link down below. And I am making Abigail Snail. That is as cute as a button, isn't it? So that's what I'm in the middle of doing. And that is in my lovely bag that Tim bought me for Mother's Day a couple of weeks ago, by Leslie from Duckpool Lane. And if you're new to my channel, I have a obsession with fairies, gnomes and toadstools. So you will see a lot of this kind of thing with gnomes and toadstools and fairies. So I am using, again, this is actually, that's the wrong crochet hook. It's the one that I'm using. It's a Clover Amour, but this is the one that I'm crocheting my picnic on the beach blanket with. But the one that I'm using for this is exactly the same as this make, but it's a 2.50. And I am using Rikuruma cotton. And that's by Rico. And this is how far I've got. So this is Abigail the snail. So I've done the actual snail. So the next thing that I need to do now, which I will probably do this evening, is just do the embroidery on the face and make a house for her back. And then she'll be done. Is that not lovely? So yeah, I seem to be very big into my crocheting at the moment and making toys. Yeah, like I say, I'm struggling a little bit with other things, so I'm doing what makes me happy, and I'm really, really enjoying this. The last thing I want to show you is another thing that I want to make, and it's going to be no surprise that it's a mouse, but this is a mouse with a difference. This is a very, very posh mouse. This is called Fiona Field Mouse, and it's by House of Sandra. Oh no, it's not. House of Zandra. The lady who owns the company is called Sandra. It's by House of Sandra. And this is Fiona Field Mouse. And again, I will leave a link down below for you. So this, I should have taken it out of the packaging so you can see. Bear with me with the rattling. You might be able to see it better. There might not be as much glare. So there is the basic mouse. And then she's got a dress, a blouse and a cape. And that's her there. So this is what I'm going to start making when I finished Abigail Snail and Marmalade's coat. You know what I mean? I do a few things. I might make the mouse and then I'll go to Marmalade's coat and sew on all the flowers. Then I'll go back to this and sew on a little bit of this. And I'm sure you're all the same. I do a little bit of one thing, a little bit of the other. I just swap around and I just love it all. So yeah, that's what I'm making, hopefully next week as well. I feel like I'm rushing because I don't want to keep it too long. But yeah, I'm going to try and slow down a minute. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. I'm going to slow down and try and... How have you all been this past week? Like I say, we haven't done anything. It's not long now, is it, until we can have our hair cut? In fact, I'm sure, I spoke to my daughter-in-law earlier on today, and I'm sure she said, I cannot wait to get together in the garden. I'm sure it's sometime this weekend that we're allowed to do that. I need to double check to make sure. Right, so the next thing I'm going to show you a couple of things, just a couple. A wonderful, wonderful viewer of this podcast has sent me the most amazing box of goodies for my doll's house. Now, if you're not interested in the doll's house, like I say, I am really sorry and skip forward. I mean, I'm not at all professional when I do my podcasts, as you've probably all worked out by now. You just need to fast forward if there's bits that you don't like. I don't do they call them timestamps? I don't do show notes. What you see is what you get. So if you're not interested in the doll's house, just fast forward and get on to the next section. And I am not going to show you everything. Like I say, I'm going to put it in the end because I have taken a little video and I will put it in at the end for you all to see. But I just wanted to show you these couple of things because they're absolutely adorable. So this lady has sent me 2 hanging baskets for my house. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Bear with me. So look at that. That is one. I can't see what I mean. I can't even talk. There's the other. Exactly the same. Is that not just adorable? I have had so many nice things. This is I forget what they call these. My grandma used to have one of these, and it's for cleaning your mat, or your rug. You know, like you used to have a big Persian rug in the middle of the room. Oh gosh, what are these called? If anybody knows what they are called, can you please let me know? Is that not cute? I am so into small things, you see. I'm big into cute. I love cute. So this to me is just absolutely adorable. I love that. And then this. Oh, we feed the birds. Tim and I have bird feeders all in the garden, and we are, especially since we've been in lockdown, I've so enjoyed watching the birds. And we have blue tits, we have robins, we have sparrows. We have some of the bigger ones like the wood pigeons, and they're just so big and clumsy. And I said to Tim the other day, I said, I wonder why we think that the smaller ones are better. And he said, well, because they're cuter and they look nicer. I mean, wood pigeons, they're massive, aren't they? But I guess they're all God's creatures and we have to treat them as such, don't we? It's just that they're not as cute, are they? Anyway, I digress. I wanted to show you this. Now, I've not taken it out of the package because I don't want to until I'm ready to put it in the house, just because I'm frightened of losing anything. So if there is, if it blows out, I'm sorry, but I will try and show you best I can. So it's a bird feeder, a packet of bird seed, and a book all about birds. Is that not just as cute as anything? Oh, love it. But I'll show you very, very quickly the box that this lady sent me. Look at this. I don't want to tip it up. It's completely full to the top with goodies for my house. Thank you so much. I just can't believe how kind and thoughtful people are. It just blows my mind. Yeah, thank you. Love it. And that's it really. Just going to give you a little bit of a shop update. I've not had a big shop update this week. I've only been in the craft room sewing for a couple of mornings. And I've only done it because I love this fabric, and with Easter coming up I thought it might be a good idea, you know, and you might like it and have it as a treat. Or anyway, I'll show them you. So this is my little shop update, and here we go. So the first one is this beautiful mustard and cream, again, bunnies. And it's got a cream lining with a cream drawstring channel and the little tulip covers on the end of the drawstrings. So there's that one. And then I did, all in the same set, I did a notions pouch. Now this is quite a wide base notion pouch, so you get, you could get quite a substantial amount in there. It's got a nylon zipper, and it's got a little, hold on, let me show you. Got a little bunny. It's not showing you very well, that, is it? Bear with me. Let me put it right. There you go. A little bunny zip pull, and it is lined with the same cream on cream, and it's got my little stamp in there. See, it's quite a good size that for a little notions pouch, isn't it? And then I did, to match, a DPN holder. So there's the mustard and cream, and then I did exactly the same but in a burnt orange and cream. Same, lovely little bunnies, cream lining with a cream drawstring, tulip covered drawstrings, and I forgot to show you, both bags have got a little lavender pouch in. Oh, I love that. Same notions pouch, same thing, little bunny head, and then DPN holder. So that's it. Well, that was short but sweet, wasn't it? But this is how, you know, I'm going to do it. What I've decided to do, I'm going to keep the weekly podcasts quite short, and then every 4 weeks I'm going to do my normal podcast where I show you in more depth the things that I've finished. Like, I have worked on my Whitmore sweater, and I could have shown you that today. And I've also worked a lot on my crochet blanket, my picnic on the beach blanket. But, you know, I'm because I want to keep it to a smaller, shorter, like I say, video. I'm not going to show everything every week. I'll just show you snippets throughout the month, and then at the end of the month I will do a big roundup of everything that I've done. Okay, well, that's me for today. I hope you all have a nice weekend coming. I hope you all stay safe and well, and until next week, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.